The 19-year-old for the British Lionhearts goes up against the Croatian Marko Calic for the USA knockouts.
Thank you, Suni, for keeping the excitement maintained. We are now with our next contest, 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division at 85 kilograms. Would you please welcome, hailing from Croatia, representing USA knockouts, Marko Calic.
So, 25-year-old Croatian, former national champion. He's boxed on the WSB for one of the Mumbai team, but has lost 3 from 3. Clearly that will play to the advantage of the British boxer tonight.
Well, yeah, some amateur boxers won't take to WSB over the 5 rounds, and he's one of those boxers that struggled a little bit to do the 5 rounds, so he's obviously still adjusting, and his training program will have to accommodate for the 5 rounds, and he struggled in his opening 3 contests. Let's hope he puts in a better performance tonight, although we want to be entertained, but he's a national champion in 2009, and I think he won a silver medal in his national competition in 2010 and 2011, so he's got a bit of quality about him. Just struggled to adapt to the 5 3-minute rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll the British Lionhearts to another victory. Presenting from Ireland and representing the British Lionhearts, Joe Ward.
Well, Richie, a real exciting talent, Joe Ward in the light heavyweight division. European champion in 2011, a former world junior champion in 2009. He's still a teenager, 19 years of age, and he goes from strength to strength as he gets bigger and bigger.
Tremendous talent, 19 years of age, and what he's won has been fantastic up to now. And here you have an example of an amateur boxer in this pro tournament that's taken to it like a duck to water. 2 opening contests, no problems over the 5-3s, so it's suiting him. Yeah, and this fella's got a big, big future. I've often said I admire boxers who avoid punches as well as obviously dish it out, and this is another example of that. He's a very skillful defensive boxer, but he's also good obviously attacking and scoring the points, so yeah, big future for this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division at 85 kilograms. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue coloured shorts trimmed with white. Tonight is his 4th contest in the WSB. He comes to the ring as his country's national champion, presenting and hailing from Pula, Croatia, representing the USA knockouts, Marko Calic. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red coloured shorts trimmed with white. His WSB record so far is an excellent one. 2 contests, 2 wins. One of those wins coming by way of knockouts. He comes to the ring this evening as the reigning European champion, proudly hailing from Ireland and representing the British Lionhearts, Joe Ward.
Well, Joe Ward's coach, Eddie Bolger, has done some fantastic work with this talented young Irish southpaw. French boxer Jean-Robert Lien is the referee for this light heavyweight. Now, Joe Ward, watch carefully, Richie. He's brimming with confidence. If you remember, GB versus Germany, TKO in the 5th round. The ref had no choice but to stop it. And that has done nothing but bolster Joe Ward's confidence. He's ready to take on anybody at the moment.
Yeah, he made it look like a sparring session, didn't he? He was very, very skillful indeed, and that's what that's what this tournament's about. It's about skill as well as power, and this fella's got a lot of skill, and he was very impressive in that contest, and at 19 years of age as well. Massive future, this guy.
He's got a big punch. He's a very, very powerful hitter, Joe Ward.
Keep your punch up. Good luck.
So, in a similar style to Andrew Selby, who just took the bantamweight division, Joe Ward looks to make it 3 from 3 in his first season in the professional team competition, the World Series of Boxing.
Stop. Box.
Just a slip from the Croatian, boxing for the USA Knockouts in the blue shorts. Joe Ward, this talented Irish teenager in the red for the British Lionhearts, looking to make it 4-0 in tonight's match.
What impresses me, Nick, about Ward, I mean, the way he's coming forward here, you watch him how he adjusts his feet. If Calic starts to come forward, then he lays back very well, does Ward, but also he adjusts his feet. You see, there's always a gap between himself and his opponent, and that's talent and that's skill, the way he adapts and he adjusts those feet, and he brings his opponent onto the shot. But he's on the front foot now, but you watch, if Calic comes forward, he moves back and brings him onto shot. Skill, look, skillful boxer.
Good to see such a big boxer light on his feet as well, able to make those angles, not afraid to keep moving on the canvas. Halfway through the first round, and Joe Ward settles nicely.
And what I like about Ward is the majority of southpaws will be if they counter-punch on the back foot, but he actually does it going forward, so he's counter-punches on the front foot, so he can do a bit of both, can Joe Ward. He's not just a sit on the back foot man and wait for an opponent to come forward. He'll actually go forward himself and force the issue and make his opponent come at him. And yeah, that's skillful, very skillful indeed.
Almost connecting with a big left hand there.
Oh, felt the wind off that one.
He's a seasoned campaigner, Calic, and doesn't want to be shown a trick or two by this young rising star from the British Lionhearts. Good strong finish now needed by Joe to finish this first round, catch the eye of the judges.
Yeah, one of the problems Calic has got, I've noticed straight away, Nick, his back heel, his right foot rooted to the floor. He's got to get up on his toes and got to be a little bit more mobile. If you're flat-footed, you're not going to move into the positions with speed to catch the opponent. He's obviously waiting now for Joe Ward to come forward, but Joe Ward, for me, is in control and he's won that opening round.
Yeah, some good exchanges there from Joe Ward, good combinations, and as you say, Richie, very impressive with the footwork.
Yeah, good stuff from Ward in that opening round. Not a spectacular round by no means, but still, he doesn't know anything about this opponent, so he's taken a look at him and he adjusted those feet, brought him onto shots, clearly won the round, and still probably in second, third gear, if that.
Well, Marko Calic will definitely need to change up a gear if he's to threaten Joe Ward here, because with that first round out the way, Ward's confidence will grow.
Yeah, and it's difficult to actually work out now what Calic should do here, because you've got to work with the tools that you've got. Can he go forward and close Ward down and put him under pressure? I don't think so, not with that, with the flat feet that he's got. He's got to quicken his footwork up a little bit. So, or can he act as a counter-puncher, trying to catch Ward after Ward's thrown his, launched his attack? It's going to be difficult. Has he got the ability to chop and change, Calic?
Unanimous decision for Joe Ward of the British Lionhearts. 1 round up into round 2. 3 minutes, 5 rounds. British Lionhearts have won the 3 matches and looking good in this, the 4th. The heavyweights to finish the evening, with Joe Joyce going up against Avery Gibson, our last bout of the evening. It's a good start from Joe Ward, connecting with some good blows here. Southpaw in the red shorts.
What I think is important for Calic here is he should stick to the centre of the ring a little bit more and try and hold his ground and not be pushed back. You can do that with strong, aggressive boxing at range, and trying to keep maybe Ward off balance. But if you watch the way Ward comes forward, he dictates and he just generally pushes his opponent back. And you'll see Calic now and again go into corners, go onto the ropes. That's bad ring craft, and it's superior boxing from Ward. So Calic's got to stay in the centre of the ring a little bit more.
And of course, it's one of the skills that Joe Ward brings from his amateur days, now raised boxing on this professional franchise team league here. But it's all about putting points, hitting the target, and not often the main concern from those pro-based boxers.
Stop. Time. Box. Stop again.
Did you say stop talking there? Little bit of success there from Calic with that right hand. He was in pretty negative position on those ropes.
Good body shots, though, from Joe Ward in return.
Oh, I think he felt them and all, just looking at the face of Calic and just blowing a little bit. Those body shots, maybe taking their toll.
Stop Balding. Let him go. Let him go.
Seconds left on the clock in round 2 here. The first round has already gone to Joe Ward, and he's putting in some big shots to the body here, which has definitely slowed down Calic. The Croatian Boxing for the USA knockouts in that second round. And for me, once again, Joe Ward takes it.
Yeah, Ward won the round, and my fear for Calic there, I just think that Ward sensed that he was hurting his opponent to the body. He just whips this left hand downstairs. Here we have a bit of action, and Ward on the attack here. Calic's trying to hold his ground, but here, there's that left uppercut downstairs from Ward, and again, and I think he knows that he caught Calic with those shots. He's hurt his opponent, and towards the end of the round there, then he was really going for it. And Calic breathing heavily, showing bad signs there to his opponent, and Ward definitely picked up on it.
Good tactical boxing from Joe Ward. A unanimous decision to take the second round, goes 2-0 up. Calic now surely wondering what he can possibly do to stop this young Irish boxer for the British Lionhearts. Round 3. Good lead jab work there from Joe Ward.
Yeah, I think Calic, he's been told that he's behind here. He's got to change the tempo. Got to start doing things differently. Got to go through the gears a little bit more. But look at Ward now, really boxing on the back foot here, just bringing him onto shots. So he's showing his variety. He can go forward, he can sit back. Skillful with his work, Joe Ward. And again, the pace is suiting Ward. He's dictating things. Calic has got to change the tempo here, got to up the work rate a little bit. Failing to do it. And this may be just a matter of time before Ward starts hitting the target downstairs again.
So effective in the second round for Ward. Peppers that jab with the right, looking for that big left. There's those punches to the lower torso of Calic. Well, best round for Calic so far, but the point-scoring blows are definitely coming from the British Lionheart boxer in the red shorts. Oh, there's a good shot there from Ward.
Head up, head up.
He had a good start to the round from Calic, but now it's gone back to a similar pattern, hasn't it? Ward starting to dictate a little bit more. And he's now looking to land the more heavier shots, bigger punches.
Stop, break. Let him go. Let him go. Right.
Yeah, Calic really feeling the pace here now. Not working on the inside at all. They're both not working, but
Stop putting.
Ward is forcing the issue, isn't he?
Oh, and it's only a matter of time before one of those big punches from Joe Ward start doing some serious damage to Marko Calic, the Croatian boxing for the USA Knockouts in the blue shorts. And again, Joe Ward putting in the best work here.
Well, Calic now is really tiring, so he's getting more ragged. And more opportunities presenting themselves now for Joe Ward.
Lajana, stop putting.
Better combination there from Calic.
Head up, keep your head up.
Tough round for Calic. In my opinion, I thought he was really struggling there. He had a good little flurry at the end, but not a lot else. Ward, on the other hand, forcing the issue, looking for the bigger shots. I think he's hurt his opponent a couple of times. Looking for the body shots here. Calic, he's really breathing heavily. Better end to the round for Calic, but I think Ward won it.
You're absolutely right, Richie. Round 3 in this 10-point score system. 10-9 again, a unanimous decision. And Joe Ward looking very good here at maintaining his unbeaten track record in the World Series of Boxing Season 3 for 2013. But we'd like to just see a few more skills from Ward here now into the 4th round, penultimate round. And once again,
Keep your head up.
Ward needs to show us some of that light footwork, which is so impressive for such a big man and boxer.
Yeah, well, Ward now, the way he's coming forward, oh, that was a good body shot again from Ward there. He's starting to come forward. I think he really fancies trying to stop this opponent. So now, a little bit of a change in tactic in the way he's coming forward, a little bit more head movement now, so that makes him a harder target to hit. And he's going to try and hit off that movement with the heavier shots. That's why you see that head movement from Ward as he's coming forward.
Well, he's got the taste for technical knockouts. He demonstrated that beautifully when the British Lionhearts took on Germany at Earl's Court. And the referee had no choice but to stop that bout in the 5th round. Satullah Abdullahi was the opponent for Joe Ward, who he got the better of so comfortably. And it was a similar situation to this, Richie, with Marko Calic starting to tire in the 4th and 5th round. And it's as if Ward can sense that his opponent is struggling, and in he goes for the kill.
Yeah, indeed. And I think you should start concentrating on those body shots again, Joe Ward. Certainly in the 2nd, 3rd round, that was a better shot from Calic. 2nd and 3rd round, then Ward really started to work well to the body. That seemed to slow Calic up a little bit. Maybe he needs to start trying that again.
USA, head up. Stop. Head up. Last time.
And remember, Ward, well, both boxers here will have come up from 81 kilos, haven't they? I mean, Ward's only a light heavy, really, at 81. This is 85 kilo. So he is a very impressive 81 kg man. That's his natural weight, a light heavy. In the amateurs, of course.
.30 seconds left here in round 4. Ward needs to just show the judges that he's still sharp, still in good physical shape. Calic is the boxer that looks the more tired of the two, with just 1 3-minute round to follow this. 10 seconds left on the clock, I should say, as Joe Ward looks to finish the round strong. Oh, looking for the big punch there.
Well, a good end to the round for Ward, and he won it, but he's probably guilty of looking for the big shot too often in that round. And there the judges echo what we're thinking, that he's winning quite comfortably, but I think in that round there he probably looks for that big shot probably a little bit too often, so was loading up a little bit. He needs to relax probably a little bit more, let it flow.
Well, Marko Calic looking very tired with 1 3-minute round left to go for the Croatian. Really breathing very heavily in the knockouts corner. British Lionhearts are 3-0 up, and Joe Ward is about to make it 4, surely, Richie?
Oh yeah, I would think so. Just going to watch he doesn't walk onto one, but it's very unlikely. But never say never in boxing.
A few more of those big shots to the body, and let's see if Joe Ward can stop this fight like he did in his last bout against the German Abdullahi. Oh, big shots coming in this time. Good work, he's got him in the corner.
Let him go.
Yeah, needs to just get back to his boxing a little bit more, looking for those big, heavier shots again. Ward, he's fully in control and in command here. He just needs to show us those boxing skills also. That's better. Look, counter punching, better stuff. I'd just like to see a little bit more work with his lead hand, maybe. He's looking for that big body shot again with that left. Calic now, it's a survival mission.
Well, Joe Ward, a European champion and a World Junior champion, continues his impressive learning curve in the World Series of Boxing. This professional team competition has really given many British boxers a wonderful opportunity to box more rounds, some of them to move up a weight, off with the head guards and the vests. And as we've been saying throughout the evening, Richie, not only are they enjoying it, they're starting to look very professional at it as well.
Yeah, indeed, they've responded really well, the British Lionhearts. Super body shot again from Ward, really going for it now. Calic is in trouble here. Been hurt a couple of times, tries to cover up, tries to block those body shots, if anything. They're the ones that are really hurting, and he's struggling with those shots, the body shots.
It's a good finish with just 1 minute left on the clock in the 5th round here. Joe Ward started this bout supremely confidently, and he's ending it in exactly the same way. A lot of those punches have gone thundering into the defense of the Croatian, but some of those body shots have really done some damage. He's got to hold his form here now towards the end of this 5th round. 30 seconds there again. Good combinations from the young Irish boxer.
Yeah, just a switch of attack there, wasn't it? Downstairs, and then he switched and ended the combination with a hook to the head. But Calic now desperately tired.
Stop.
Just running down the clock. He's done well to survive it, to be quite honest. He's been hurt several times here. And Ward, a good performance from him.
There goes the bell, another win for the British Lionhearts. Well, they went to California right at the beginning of the season and beat the USA knockouts. They were confident coming in to this home match, but they've been very impressive. And Joe Ward, once again, maintains his unbeaten record on the World Series of Boxing, now 3-0.
Yeah, good performance from Joe Ward. And he's showing that he has no trouble at all doing 5 rounds. 3 contests now in this competition, and has never really looked in trouble at all. So yeah, very impressed with him. And as I said, an 81 kg boxer really, up at 85, not bad at all.
Well, Marko Calic, brave attempt. He knew what he was up against. And Joe Ward has given another win for the British Lionhearts, surely. Let's go to ringside, and Michael Pass with the decision of this light heavyweight bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 3-minute rounds of boxing, here are the judges' score totals. All 3 judges are in full agreement with the same scoreline, 50-45 for the winner by way of unanimous decision. Representing British Lionhearts, Joe Ward. Your appreciation, please,
Joe
for
Ward.
Marko Calic.
And unbeaten in the 2013 season, this youngster goes from strength to strength. What a talent Ireland has got on their hands here with this teenager. Just 19 years of age, and it's another win for British Lionhearts.
Joe, you never seemed in trouble whatsoever through that 5 rounds. How did you see it?
Yeah, he was a very awkward opponent. He's a big, tall, rangy boxer, but yeah, it was difficult a bit. I didn't perform to my best, but I got the win at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
Well, we've got the Kazakhstanis next up on February the 7th, and it's important we show that we're formidable at home. 4-0 lead now. Thank you, Joe Ward.
Well, very interesting words there from the youngster from Ireland. He wasn't that impressed with his own performance.
No, he probably felt that he could actually go one step better and stop his opponent. That's why I think there was several occasions working downstairs there. He hurt his opponent, and probably he's a bit disappointed he never finished him off. But I thought it was a good performance from Joe Ward. As Michael Pass said in the ring there, he was never really in trouble over 5 3-minute rounds. And I think he showed a good display of boxing on the front foot as a counter-punch and also on the back foot. So I think there was a little bit of everything there from Joe Ward's performance. And yeah, OK, he's a perfectionist and he wanted the stoppage win. Wasn't to be, but nevertheless, he's won 3 out of 3 now in this competition, and you can't grumble at that, can you, Nick, at the end of the day?
So 4-0, and Arrow, Nevin, Selby, and now Ward put down very impressive performances to maintain what could well be a 5-0 clean sweep for the British Lionhearts here at London's York Hall in Bethnal Green.